Hello everyone, thanks for joining us on another informative edition of Jamaica Magazine. I'm your host, Theodore Henry. We have a lot in store, starting with the news of the day.
Good day, I'm Twyla Whelan and this is your JIS News for Monday, July 15. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has dispatched the Jamaica Defence Forces Disaster Assistance Response Team, DART, to support recovery efforts in southern Jamaica. Mr. Holness made the announcement Saturday following an assessment tour of Clarendon communities impacted by the passage of Hurricane Beryl on July 3. The Prime Minister says the JDF will be assisting the government with relief and restoration activities to include distribution of care packages, damage assessment, cleanup, rebuilding efforts, as well as security.
Whenever there is a disaster and there is a break in public order or a break in the routine of people's economy and society, you can have challenges with security. And so the JDF is also here in Rocky Point, in Portland Cottage, in Mitchelltown, in Lioneltown, in all the areas. And so the JDF is here also with the support of the JCF to ensure that this area remains stable and remains in good public order.
The Prime Minister also gave an update on recovery efforts in affected communities.
I have seen an improvement in the dispatch of the Ministry of Labour and Social Security in the areas that have been affected. I have gotten reports that people are receiving their care packages and their tarpaulins and so forth. The frustration is still there. Persons are frustrated about their water, they are frustrated about their electricity, and we are working double time to restore that. I know some areas in St. Elizabeth have got back electricity. I've gotten a few calls to say thank you, we have got back our electricity, but not enough. And so I'm not here saying that the problem is solved, but I'm here saying that the problem is being worked on and we're seeing results. There has been a marked improvement in telephone service. The last time I was here, I was cut off from all communications. I actually was able to make a few calls on my way and in and around. So the service has improved. So generally, in the hardest hit areas, we are seeing incremental movements towards recovery. In the coming days, we intend to accelerate, and the JDF and the line ministries will be working together for synergy to ensure that the people of Jamaica, especially the people on the south coast of Jamaica who have been so terribly hit, that they are properly served.
While in Rocky Point, Clarendon on Saturday, Prime Minister Andrew Holness disclosed that a drain in the fishing village will be added to the recently announced post-Beryl National Cleanup Program. The disaster response program will have two components, debushing and carting away of debris, as well as desilting and cleaning of the drain. Mr. Holness promised to address the drain at Rocky Point, noting that it is frequently flooded and at times brings crocodiles ashore.
So we're trying to do a very comprehensive recovery. We're trying to ensure that the relief is given to persons to have their homes restored, but equally important is to have their livelihood restored. So we're trying to do that as well. And of equal importance, again, is to make sure that the environment in which they live and the civil infrastructure that supports that environment is in a condition that would allow both their livelihoods and their lives to continue in a way that is, that we could consider as back to normal.
Over 8,000 care packages have been distributed to persons impacted by the passage of Hurricane Beryl. Communities in southern Manchester were the latest recipients of care packages. On Friday, Minister of Labour and Social Security Pernell Charles Jr. delivered 300 packages to residents of Salmontown, Alligator Pond, Cross Keys and Grovetown, with plans for additional help on the way. During the visit, Minister Charles Jr. underscored the hurricane's devastating effects on the southern section of the parish.
You can see several homes with roofs that have been significantly damaged. And I'm here and I'm happy to see and hear the report from my parish manager, confirmed by the residents here, that the social workers have been out, they have been on the ground, they have engaged We have done what we said in terms of simultaneously engaging to do damage assessment while also offering immediate relief. The goal, Councillor, is to ensure that we are addressing the most immediate and vulnerable and ensuring their safety.
To ensure that all impacted constituencies receive the support they need, Minister Charles Jr. is pleading with members of Parliament to reach out to the ministry.
I'm going to make an appeal to members of Parliament to ensure that if you identify in your constituencies where you have impact, constituents that have not yet been reached or engaged, or maybe they weren't there at the time to be engaged, let us know. Contact our parish offices.
The ministry will continue to conduct assessments and provide support to ensure that all affected residents receive the necessary care and resources in the aftermath of Hurricane Beryl. Still on post-Hurricane Beryl recovery activities, the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, ODPEM, has been instructed to include hurricane straps in its distribution of toolkits to persons who lost roofs. The directive comes from Minister of Local Government and Community Development, Desmond Mackenzie, following Friday's tour of South Manchester. According to Minister Mackenzie, 9 out of 10 homes in the area have lost their roofs, which were not properly supported.
It is important that persons start to think how you build. Building is important. It is not just what you put down that matters, it's how you put it down and what you use to put it down. And so we're going to be making hurricane straps an important component of our messaging, and we're going to be providing it for persons who are going to be involved in the process of reconstruction of their homes and their business places.
And finally, Minister Mackenzie, who is Deputy Chairman of the National Disaster Risk Management Council, says government has intensified its response efforts. This, he says, includes partnering with other government ministries and agencies, as well as the private sector.
One of the things that I want to announce is that the SDC will be providing some 250 support for small business entrepreneurs in South Manchester. Those are persons whose small businesses were destroyed by the hurricane. The SDC will commence shortly the investigation of those persons and will be providing a grant. I'm not prepared to say what the value of the grant is, but it is going to be something of a substantial nature that will allow persons to restart their business and to put them back on track.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Twyla Whelan. Thanks for watching.
Mosquitoes will breed in containers that hold water. Tightly cover water storage containers such as drums, buckets and tanks, or cover the water surface with cooking oil. Punch holes in all tins, plastic containers and boxes to prevent the collection of water before disposal. Cover old tires or fill with dirt. Scrub all vases once per week to remove mosquito eggs and dispose of garbage by placing in plastic bags. Do your part to prevent mosquito breeding.
It is World Youth Skills Day, and it's being celebrated under the theme Youth Skills for Peace and Development. As we observe the occasion, we turn your attention to how the government of Jamaica is incentivizing skills development.
Affirming his insistence that Jamaica must now focus more on increasing productivity, Prime Minister Andrew Holness has announced a slew of initiatives to upskill young persons and support business development. Mr. Holness was making his contribution to the 2024-2025 budget debate and indicated that these would be implemented by the Heart NSDA Trust. Through the Community Action for Rewarding Engagement Care initiative, Heart will seek out and engage people who are not working or enrolled in a training program. 30 persons drawn from each of the 63 constituencies will receive a stipend of $13,000 per week for the duration of their training and a monthly transportation grant of $15,000. This grant will be tied to their attendance at training.
HEART will be proactive in finding you and bringing you to the well of training. If our economy is to grow, we need every able-bodied man and woman who is able and capable of working to join the labor force. A specialized team in HEART will go to their houses or meet them on the corner if necessary to engage with them and enroll them into the programs that will enhance their employability.
HEART will also roll out a partnership with the JDF for additional training and character development through the Jamaica National Service Corps. Another initiative is an accelerated pre-apprenticeship program with construction firms to develop employability skills and technical competencies. It will include a 7-month immersive, on-site training, on-the-job mentorship and assessment and certification.
This creative approach will make the training in construction more aligned to industry needs, and we will be able to put persons to work in a shorter time frame.
Another layer of skill development and certification in construction will include HOPE participants through on-the-job training with the National Housing Trust. During the 2-year apprenticeship period, participants will receive a stipend. The program is in partnership with HEART and other development partners.
Another boost, Madam Speaker, for the labor supply of the construction sector is that the NHT will also expand its scholarship program to provide tuition at a maximum of $1 million per annum per student for up to 10 students at the tertiary level pursuing careers in civil engineering, construction management, construction technology, architecture, urban planning, and building technologies and other related fields.
The HEART NSTA Trust will also launch the Skills on Demand portal, connecting skilled professionals with potential employers and clients.
If you need a plumber to fix a leak at your house, you will be able to go on the Skills on Demand portal and identify plumbing professionals who have registered and who have been verified as having training and certification from HEART. Skilled professionals will be able to advertise their skills, their previous employers' ratings, and their current location to potential employers and clients.
Mr. Holness says potential employers and clients will also have the ability to post specific job openings for individuals with the required skills. Having removed tuition fees in 2023 for all HEART programs up to level 4, the government is incentivizing successful students. Prime Minister Holness says this is to facilitate more self-employed and young people who are entrepreneurial. From April 1 this year, each successful graduate of a level 4 trade program is in line to receive a grant of $50,000 to purchase tools of their trade and move to the next stage of their career. Path beneficiaries and wards of the state will receive $75,000.
Additionally, starting next financial year, the HEART NSTA Trust will open a special grant facility of up to $100,000 for HEART certified trainees who have registered a trade or business that has been operating for more than a year. The beneficiaries will also be assisted in refining their business plans, executing marketing activities, further capacity building, and other forms of technical support.
Mr. Holness announced further that come June this year, the Development Bank of Jamaica will introduce the Tradesperson Ownership Opportunity Loan Tool Program. This will allow small contractors to access up to $500,000 to assist with purchasing or upgrading their tools.
So technically, Madam Speaker, a graduate could get 50,000 grant and then go to DBJ and get another loan for 500,000 to buy the tools necessary to start off their business. These grants and technical assistance are at are a deliberate effort to provide our trainees and small businesses with meaningful support to increase their productivity and grow their businesses.
Going even further, the government is making available a pool of $200 million in tuition support. This will benefit approximately 1,000 tertiary students who are in good academic standing with their institutions but are having financial challenges. The allocation comes on the heels of the removal of the guarantor requirement for student loan effective April 1.
This support will be administered through the Ministry of Education in conjunction with the CDF, where each constituency will be allocated approximately $3 million and each beneficiary can get a maximum grant of $200,000.
The Prime Minister says this move is to provide access to higher education and secure a pool of competent and qualified prospective workers for the labor market.
This administration is very serious about giving our students the opportunity to access higher education and skills as we seek to move from a low-wage economy to a high-productivity economy.
Heart Anesthesia Trust now offers a $100,000 grant to heart-trained individuals running businesses for over a year. They'll also assist with business planning, marketing, skill enhancement, and other support. Your government is building a caring economy for you.
The proceeding was brought to you by the Office of the Prime Minister.
Now, while we grasp the opportunities to develop our skills and ply our trade to earn a decent income, it is important that we make wise financial decisions for that money earned. Our next feature has some good money management tips for you with a special focus on investment ideas to create wealth.
Investing is the only way to build wealth. If you are not investing, you are go poor. Poverty will continue because investing is really the only way that you get a return that beats inflation. And that is how you build wealth. You don't build wealth through saving because your saving account doesn't give you the type of return that keeps up with how the prices of things are going up. So you're always behind the curve with just that. You need investing if you intend on being wealthy. And maybe you don't want to be wealthy, so you go with saving. But if you want wealth and that lasting generational wealth, you have to invest.
Say make money, money, make money, money, money. Make money, money, make money, money, money. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. Fat pockets. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Fat pockets. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla.
If me not rich this year, next year not pass. It's a journey, right? We don't get rich in 6 months. We get rich over time. And this is richness that lasts. We call that wealth, not a quick flip. You have some money and then you're broke by month 7. We don't advocate for that because it's not sustainable. A lot of people love the quick flip, but the quick flip don't work. After you flip, you flop. And then if you go flip again, if you go flop again, we want something to be more sustainable because build wealth that lasts beyond your lifetime. This is the generational wealth that we're talking about. So we don't want to be in the quick flip and then flop mindset. We want to be in the long-term wealth, the generational wealth mindset, and that comes through investing. To be a smart investor, first things first is that you have to know your money to grow your money. You cannot be investing and you don't know what you are doing because they say a lot, a fool and his money are soon parted. If you do not know what you're doing, you're gonna be doing this new trend, that new trend, jumping on this IPO, this APO, this stock. And a lot of times you find that you lose more than you gain. The first thing you have to know as you start your investing journey is educate yourself. Education is the first step in building wealth, understanding your goals, the different types of investments that are out there, and what kind of return should you be looking for? What kind of portfolio should you be creating? What kind of diversification should you set up? When we think about investing, we have to think about the current economy. What are going on right now? And then within that context of what's happening in the economy, where will you see growth in your money? So when we look at Jamaica right now, what's happening? we're in a period of higher than normal interest rates, but maybe they could be coming down this year. Where are the opportunities? Where are the different types of industries that do well in this kind of economy? And that is where you want to put your money. Think about what companies do well when people have a lot of money and there's discretionary spending. And you want to look for those companies on the Jamaica Stock Exchange and buy shares in those companies. Think about when interest rates are high, where should I be putting my money so I can get a good return? And that's what you want to consider as well. You just have to understand what types of strategies are going to work when interest rates are high, when inflation is higher than normal but still coming down, and when the exchange rate is being managed. When we have a certain level of unemployment in the economy, where should I put my money? When you understand that now, you can say, okay, this is where I need to direct my money, and you go in and speak with your financial advisor to get the implementation of that. So when we talk about the different types of investments, a broad spectrum. We can start with stocks, which represent shares in a company or a part owner of a company. And the main way to invest in stocks in Jamaica is through the Jamaica Stock Exchange. You have bonds, which are longer term investment that give you a periodic coupon. You have also real estate, which, real estate a keep. A lot of persons have investment properties. They're doing short-term rental like Airbnb. That's another type of investment. On the more, exotic, complex types of strategies, we have private equity, where you're an investor in other people's businesses. You have private debt, where you're lending money privately to businesses and to other persons. And you have, the new cryptocurrency a lot of persons are talking about. That's another type of investment as well. We'll call those alternative investments. You also have commodities, where you can, buy some gold, some silver, wheat, corn, oil. Those go up in price over time, and some persons are big commodity investors. So the broad spectrum is there, but what's more important on the broad spectrum is the combination. How much of each do I need? And that's really a personal question. That's something you go and sit down with your financial advisor about to understand, what's the right combination of all of these different types of investments for me.
Say make money, money, make money, money, money. Make money, money, make money, money, money. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. Fat pockets. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Fat pockets. I need that Skrilla on the
Being our brother's keeper is an important life principle that has served to make the world a better place. In this next feature, we share a story of Jamaicans practicing this philosophy, partnering and putting their resources and talent to work in support of those in need.
The first 1,000 days of a child's life is crucial in shaping their cognitive development, and the government is focused on establishing an infant department in every primary school to give our children the right start to achieve their potential. A new infant block built at the Brixton Hill Primary and Infant School in Mucko Clarendon is the fruit of one such fusion of good governance, philanthropy, and a voluntary spirit. The new infant block accommodates 4 classrooms, 2 student bathrooms, principal's office, sick bay, kitchen, and staff bathroom. It was sponsored and built through a collaboration that involved the Kind Hearts Foundation, Dana and Richard Stewart Foundation, and Food for the Poor.
I'm actually here at the Brixton Hill Primary and now Infant School, and I'm here with Jackie Nicholas Stewart from the Richard and Diana Stewart Foundation. And we're very happy. They've spent over $21 million to donate through Food for the Poor this infant department for Brixton Hill Primary and now Infant School. Jackie, why did you do it?
It's all about the children, it's all about growth. Our children are our future. And in Jamaica, That's what we're trying to build. We're thinking about how do we build on our prosperity, how do we make every community be stable, and it's also learning for us. We enjoy being with the people, being in the community, so we get a lot of growth also.
So tell me, I know that the Richard and Diana Stewart Foundation, as well as the Stewart Automotive Group, has been big on giving back, and this is not the first, second, third, or fourth. Tell us a little bit about some of the work that you've been doing over the years.
Okay, so we partnered with Food for the Poor in 2012, so we're probably on our 7th or 8th infant school. We've also done a hospital ward in Spanish Town, Ward 7. We've also done some compassion homes with youth with a mission. So it's always been about the communities, and we've been trying to do it island-wide.
Foundation is actually founded by Richard and Diana Stewart's grandchildren as a way for us to give back as a family together, and we focus mainly on early childhood education. So we find that education, especially in the early childhood, is very, very important, for people to get out of poverty and live a better life. And so it's also a way for us to give back to more than one family at a time. We're giving back to an entire community. It's generational change.
Following a needs assessment at the Brixton Hill in January 2020, stakeholders agreed to have the infant department separated from the main building in order to secure certification by the Early Childhood Commission. This labor of love had the various sponsors and donors exercising brain and brawn to complete the task in June 2024. The new facility will impact as many as 90 students each year.
One of the commitments we have made is to ensure that there is proper internet at this facility for both the students and the teachers.
The school's development pathway is also being paved with extra goodwill gestures from a solar company.
We are excited to do our part by donating an 8-kilowatt solar system. With the addition of this system, we hope to bring reliable, clean energy that will power classrooms, enhance learning experiences, and ensure that educational activities can continue uninterrupted.
The building that was constructed is one of the focus ideas that the ministry has to have primary schools having infant departments. We are forever grateful for your trust in the mission of the Ministry of Education and Youth. This school is more than just a building. It represents hope, opportunity, and a brighter future for our children.
School Principal Leon Clary is appreciative of the support.
Marcus Garvey at one point in time he said education is a process by which man is prepared for their own particular civilization and the advancement and glory of their own race. Now, we know that, you see, when we value early childhood education, when the foundation is laid, everything is good.
Our half-hour journey through the pages of Jamaica Magazine ends right here for today. But please join us again tomorrow on this station for more news, features, and information you can use. In the meantime, visit our website, jis.gov.jm, for this and other offerings. On behalf of the entire production team, I'm Theodore Henry. Till such time, take care and stay safe.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.